What's up everyone, and welcome to Monday's edition of Reptile News. Now today we're going to start off in Massachusetts, where they're planning the controlled release of a whole bunch of timber rattlesnakes. Now Lou Perotti, I hope I'm spelling that right, the director of conservation at Robert Williams Park Zoo, says that the timber rattlesnake is their only native snake, and they're estimated to be down to about 200 left in the wild, making it an endangered species. Now they're planning on releasing these snakes on Quabbin Island. Don't quote me on that, I hope I pronunciated it properly. And it's not without any backlash from the locals. Locals are concerned about so many rattlesnakes being released. But all in all, they're only planning on releasing between 1 and 10 a year for the next 10 years. Now the rattlesnakes are being bred at the zoo, and when they become of age, where I guess they don't have to worry about predators or whatever, call it a Head Start program if you will, then they're going to be released onto the island, or at least that's the plan. Now he does go on to mention that people hike the Berkshires every single year and there's tons of rattlesnakes out there and they never seem to be a big problem. They are also saying that they understand the delicate balance between the ecosystem and public safety. And me, as far as what I think, I am all for this. I think it would be great. I'd love to follow it. And even though I know a lot of places do this, I wish more would do stuff like this with endangered species in particular areas. And now we're going to move on to India, to a story that I've been kind of avoiding for the most part. I didn't want to talk about it too much. I mean, to be 100% honest, a lot of the websites that were sharing the story were kind of shady, and I didn't want to get a virus or anything. But after reading numerous somewhat decent sources for the story, I figured I could talk about it, and that is the young snake rescuer that was killed after he tried to take a selfie of him kissing a cobra. Now I'm not going to go into great detail on this story because I just think it's totally moronic. It's completely tragic that a young life was lost. The 25-year-old rescuer is said to have been called out to remove this snake from a car. The rescue went okay, but then he tried to take a picture of him kissing the cobra, at which time he was bitten in the chest. A few days later he did die in the hospital. And now we're going to move on to Clark County. Oh, you're going to like this one. We're going to talk about amphibians for a few minutes. You see, according to Dr. Peter Ritson, amphibians, frogs, and just amphibians in general are on the decline in Clark County, and they're starting a new scavenger hunt program. There was one, what was it? I'm gonna have to Google this really quick. There was one that I took part in several years ago that I don't remember. I think it was that one. It was the United States Geological Survey. Yeah, just the North American Amphibian Monitoring Program. It was an amazing program, and it sounds like they're doing a little bit of this down there in Clark County, or I'm sorry, up there in Clark County. Now this is supposed to take place on February 19th, so you don't have a ton of time if you want to take part in it. It's a totally voluntary process, and training will be provided between 1:30 and 4:30 February 19th at the Vancouver campus. If any of you out there would like to take part in this, check that link down below to get in contact with them. And now we're going to move on to our douchebag of the day, or rather douchebags of the day, from Fairview Heights, Illinois. As this security footage shows, these two guys walked into the tie-dyed iguana and after browsing for a while, grabbed a boa out of one of the cages and stuffed it down their pants and walked out the door. The story is saying that they got away with a $100 snake, and they're asking for anybody with information about this to come forward and talk to police. Now there's one thing I would love to punch these guys in the throat. I cannot stand a thief. I can almost deal with anything else, but a thief just, oh man, they just get under my skin. So hopefully these guys are caught. Hopefully they get the whooping they deserve, and hopefully they learn their lesson from this. And that, my friends, is going to be all your news for this Monday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other, and we'll see you Wednesday.